What if I told you that attracting women as you get older isn't about money, looks, or pickup lines? There are just two words that can instantly trigger a deep emotional connection. Words most men don't even know exist. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what they are, why they work, and how to use them so women can't stop thinking about you. Welcome back to Lauren Unfiltered. Today, we're diving into a powerful idea that can completely change the way you attract women, especially as you get older. This isn't about money, looks, or cheesy pickup lines. It's about two simple words that create deep emotional connection and make you unforgettable. Today, we're going to look at a powerful idea that can change how you attract women, especially as you get older. And here's the surprising part. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with looks. And it definitely isn't about those cheesy pickup lines you see all over the internet. Turn it. The truth is, there are two words that trigger something deep in the female brain. Something that sparks emotional connection, points most men don't even realize exist. I'm going to tell you exactly what these words are and explain the science behind them. But there's one small detail almost everyone misses. And it's this detail that separates men women forget from the men they can't stop thinking about. Stay with me until the end, because this knowledge can completely change the way you communicate. Let me share something with you. For years, I've studied thousands of interactions between men and women. And here's what I discovered. The men who attract the most women aren't always the best looking. They aren't the richest either. What sets them apart is one simple skill: direct emotional communication. While most men waste time in meaningless conversations trying to impress or avoid mistakes, the men who truly stand out do something very different. They use two words that act like master keys to the female subconscious. You see, the human brain naturally responds to certain patterns in communication. And when these two words are used correctly, they create what psychologists call positive emotional anchoring. The first word is I want. It seems simple, right? But when a man says I want with clarity and confidence, something powerful happens. He takes responsibility for his own desires. He isn't asking for permission. He isn't testing the waters. He's being direct. Here's a little secret of female psychology. Women are drawn to men who know what they want. It signals leadership and shows that you can make decisions. You won't put the burden of choosing on her. Think about it. When you say, I don't know, it signals uncertainty. But when you clearly say, I want this, it shows confidence, clarity, and self-assurance. These qualities create emotional tension that women naturally respond to. It's not about arrogance or aggression. It's about being in control of your own life and desires. These two words, I want, can instantly shift how a woman sees you. They create a subtle emotional pull that most men completely overlook. The men who master this don't just get noticed, they become unforgettable. Maybe you say, maybe we could do something later if you want. What does that really communicate? Insecurity, fear of rejection, and lack of direction. Now compare that with, I want to take you out to dinner on Saturday. I know an amazing place. Feel the difference. You aren't begging, you are leading, you are creating an experience. This isn't about being aggressive. It's about deepening, not being assertive. It's about having the courage to take up space and clearly say, this is what I want. When you do this, you trigger something in her brain called sexual polarity. You show yourself as the masculine force that takes initiative, naturally awakening her feminine side that wants to be guided. The second word, and this one really changes everything, is I appreciate. Pay close attention because this is where the magic happens. If you only use I want, it can seem selfish, like you're only taking from the interaction, but when you combine I want with I appreciate, you create the perfect balance. You show that you have initiative but also emotional depth. For example, instead of saying, I want to see you again, you can say, I want to see you again because I really appreciate the way you think. Your conversation now has a depth that's rare and meaningful. The biggest mistake is using these words without congruence. Do you know what congruence means? It's when your body language, tone of voice, and words all match. If you say, I want to take you to dinner, but your shoulders are slouched, your eyes are down, and your voice sounds unsure, the message won't land. Your body is giving off insecurity while your words tell, right? To show confidence. Women's brains are extremely sensitive to this. They act like an emotional lie detector. So, when you say I want, stand tall, look her in the eyes, and keep your chest open. When you say, I appreciate, slow down, and let sincerity shine through. This kind of depth is what I cover in my full guide, Attraction Secrets. I teach not just what to say, but how to tune your energy and presence so every word carries real emotional weight. Timing is just as important. You can't go around saying I want and I appreciate in every conversation like a robot. That would feel strange. Use these words in key moments when you want to show intent. Create an emotional memory or leave a lasting impression. For example, at the end of a great date, look in her eyes and say, I want to do this again. I really appreciate the energy you bring. By doing this, you create a strong emotional anchor. Every time she thinks of you, she'll remember the feeling of being seen, valued, and desired all at once. If you want to learn more, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Every week, I share content like this to give you an edge in attraction. Now you have the tools, use them wise and with integrity. Remember, you don't have to be perfect, you just need to be genuine. So, to sum it up, attracting women isn't about being perfect or having the most money or the best looks. It's about being clear with what you want, showing appreciation, and making sure your words, actions, and energy all match. When you do this with honesty and confidence, you create real emotional connections that women notice and remember. Use these tools wisely, be genuine, and focus on connecting deeply. Remember, it's not about tricks. It's about being real, taking responsibility for your desires, and valuing the people you're with. That's what truly makes you unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon on Lauren Unfiltered. And drop the word unforgettable in the comments if this video helped you level up. Let me see who's really ready to take control of their connections.